Lesson number 7. To forecast the future, learn about the factors and trends that influence your business. People also fear the uncertainty of the future. However, you can minimize uncertainty by making accurate predictions, something that's not really that hard to do. The Talmud is explicit about how the wise are different from the prophetic. While a prophet can look into the future, the wise can look at today's events and see what consequences they'll have tomorrow. You don't have to be a genius to see what the future has in store. You can actually train yourself to figure it out, but to do that well, you must keep your ego and ambitions out of the equation. Ego can obscure the obvious. For instance, the crucial difference between Neville Chamberlain and Winston Churchill, two of history's most intelligent British politicians, is that Chamberlain's ego prevented him from seeing Hitler for who he really was. Churchill's sight, on the other hand, remained unclouded by ego and ambition. To make an accurate forecast, you don't need to become an expert on every business trend in the world, just the ones that directly affect your business. So if you work for a tech company, stay informed on regulations that might change how people use the internet. And if you're in the auto industry, pay attention to trade regulations, which might change the price of materials. Foreseeing the future comes from careful interpretation of both the present and the past. Generally, a steady and stable economy will stay that way unless an outside force brings change. The price of gold, for example, usually remains steady, when inflation and civil unrest are at a minimum. However, investors recently noticed that gold prices were remaining stable despite inflation, which is when they realized that Russia was selling off its reserves to counteract inflation and keep investors buying. When Russia stopped interfering, the price of gold went up, as predicted.